Alan, end of the day, I'm exhausted. This will probably be crap coaching. So how can I help?
Since you put it that way.
As I put it that way.
So we've done a pushing away, and I was interested, and I've heard you talk about a lot of things like yoga. There's a lot of pushing away.
Yeah.
And what I'm interested in for myself is the bringing towards, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested in something around that.
It's great. We've got poses for that, practices for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's push and pull in the gym. We've got in yoga it's much more push, but we've also got a bunch of stuff around receiving, letting in, requesting, accommodating, allowing. Give me some context here, Alan.
Okay.
How's this going to help your life?
Yeah. So for me particularly, it's what I notice is in my work, when I'm in the position of being with a group and everything, I've got that energy of pulling towards. But I would say socially not so much, and also with the idea of gaining new work or putting my ideas into the world. Often feels like there's a bit of that in it too.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a few different things in here.
Yes.
So take a breath. Soften the jaw, soften the eyes, soften the belly. Good. In the words of a great philosopher, tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Always just groundedness in the moment. That's always what it is.
And in relation to asking, receiving, what do you want?
Well, lately, the words magnetism, the word magnetism has been coming in.
Yeah.
Leadership and and legacy is another weird word.
There's a lot here.
I'm throwing a lot at you. I know. I'm just wanting to.
Let's narrow down. Do this. I like this gesture.
Yeah.
Just for, by the way, culturally, Irish tends to be throwing things in different directions, which is good fun. But for coaching, focusing in. So what's the most important thing to work with right now?
Leadership, I think. Yeah.
Leadership.
Leadership in terms of.
And you're doing this?
Community.
Okay, and I'm seeing this gesture. So around leadership, is it something like how to attract people? Like you said, like magnetism earlier. So part of a leader's job is we're looking at authority earlier, but another part of a leader's job is to attract, to bring, invite people in. Big concept. Great. Yeah. Make yourself as unattractive as possible, please, right now. Good. Okay, so that's not very magnetic, yeah? Yep. All right. So in terms of, we can say charisma or, what has he said, magnetism?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's an embodiment to that, yeah? There's an embodiment to that. And I think it's leaders, we tend to think leaders have it just naturally. And you think, he's got it, she's got it. But actually, it's something people learn. Yeah, they learn that star quality or whatever. And, some have it more as a talent, but we can all grow it, yeah? So it has a few parts to it. One part is centeredness, like you said, groundedness before, yeah? So if you imagine if you got on a plane and the captain said, hello, welcome to the plane, I'm your, I'm the captain. You wouldn't have much trust in their leadership, right? Whereas if the captain said, hello there, welcome to Irish Airlines. I'm Seamus, I've been flying planes for fucking ages. I know exactly what I'm doing, so everyone relax. So that groundedness, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Although I might think he was drunk, so...
So the groundedness. One thing maybe to be careful of is humor, and this is one we share. Humor is a gift and a curse for this attraction.
Okay.
So this is partly a cultural piece. I'm Anglo-Irish, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
It can take authority. Does that make sense?
Take as in remove.
Yeah, it can remove authority because it makes light, which can be really good as a skill. Yeah. I use it as a coach all the time. But I've noticed in the day a few times there's a joke, and it's what we call away humor. So it's like something's getting a bit uncomfortable, it can lose gravitas.
Right.
So gravitas, think of gravity, it's like weight, that's the boom quality of authority.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And humor comes light,
which
it removes that. Is that useful at all?
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so feel your legs, let that weight be heavyweight, right? It's like grounded, yeah? Great. The other part we could say shininess. You talk about being magnetic, right? So if I'm like not shiny, it's like, hi, welcome to the meeting. Right?
Yeah.
So can we combine the weight with the shine? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So reach out, say, ah. Now take the arms down, but keep the reaching out going. That's it. How's that?
Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
Feeling it here. Right.
You can visualize a star shining in all directions.
Nice.
So it's heavyweight, but with too much heavyweight because it's depressing as well, right? So it's heavyweight, but with shine. Does that make sense?
I think it does.
Okay.
Heavyweight as in the grounded bit.
Grounded
but
with shine.
Right, yes I do.
What do you call this? What's your version of this? What do you call that?
Something like sunburst.
Sunburst. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I like your image, yeah. Okay. So, and the bottom, what are we going to call that one? The groundedness? Ground.
Just earth, you know.
Earth.
Yeah.
I've got an image of a sort of nice black Irish peat bog here.
Okay.
Kind of dark, earthy, deep quality, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I grew up with that. So it's, yeah. And sunburst.
Yeah.
Good. How's that feel?
Something to go with for sure.
Where would that benefit your life?
I think so I think when I approach people, so when let's say I approach people I don't know, or
What do you really want?
what do I really
What's
want?
your first thought on this?
First thought, one thought was to be loved.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe that was the second thought. I can't remember the first thought. Maybe I've suppressed it.
Yeah, but to be loved. I mean, it's a pretty big thing. We can work with that.
Yeah.
Where did we start here? I've gotten lost.
Where did we start with being loved?
No, where did we start at the beginning?
Where
of the
did we
section?
start?
Yeah.
I told you lots of things that I wanted, including wanting to be magnetic.
Magnetic.
I guess in a grounded way.
Okay.
So a leader.
A leader. So this
Leadership.
magnetic leader with ground and sunburst.
Yeah, although I also mentioned in a group setting or when I'm facilitating, I have that groundedness, not necessarily socially or with outside of a situation where I am in control, let's say. If you want to call it that.
Okay, so the good news is you know how to do it already.
Yeah. And I kind of always have in jobs, in situations, I can be in that role, in that space, and totally hold it, and be funny, entertaining, get people to do stuff.
But it's tricky socially.
I don't know how to do it in kind of real
no,
life.
that's not true. You do know how to do it, but you're not doing it in that environment. I want to be clear, this is a slightly different thing.
It's about context.
So you do know how to do it.
Yes, okay, yes, I do.
Okay, but you haven't yet transferred it to that area.
Right,
Great,
exactly.
see, that's an easier challenge.
Thank you.
Makes both our job much easier.
Yeah.
So that's just to be clear, yeah?
Yeah.
Great. Let's see if there's an embodied belief in there. What are you telling yourself that might be related to this social context?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what am I telling myself?
Find it in your body. Like, is there a movement, a gesture?
The words I can't do it keep popping into my head.
Can't do it.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's a big difference between I can't do it and I'm doing it here, but not yet here.
Yeah, big difference.
Okay, all right. So that's already a nice perspective shift. Just to wrap this up, what's one thing you can do with your body to remind you that you can do it in this other context and we're just moving it across?
Well, I think remind that keep it simple with the earth and embodiment thing, or the earth and starburst.
Okay.
That can kind of remind me, can't it?
A couple of little embodied things that you can do. Yeah. Good. Thoughts, questions to wrap up?
No, just waiting to do it now.
All right,
Yeah.
good. So you got maybe after this, put a couple of reminders down.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure it doesn't become sometime and then never.
Yeah,
Get your phone out, put a couple of little reminders in, social situations, particularly if they're quite like easy social situations, feel that you feel comfortable. It's kind of good to sort of the shallow end of the pool. Can you think of a place like that? Like, this is pretty chill at the weekend, yeah? All right, let's leave it there.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Nice to
Mark.
wait down. Thank you.